How is everybody? It's Dr. K here. So we'll see if it works, okay? Because I'm on top of about a 900-meter hill that's called Komáři Výška. And we almost had a most awesome sunset, if you can see over there. But we got some clouds. But I came all the way up here to do our Wisdom Wednesday, to realize that there might not be a Wi-Fi here and my data is not strong enough, but we'll see. We'll try. Hello. Oh my gosh, Susie, I hope this works. Let me know if you can see me. Today we are talking from Komáři Výška. This is beautiful. You have to get here by this little lift and or by bike or by car. So let's talk about perception today. Wisdom Wednesday. There has been so many books. Oh, lady, I'm sitting here on this railing and she's worried about me saying, do not fall down. Okay, I will do my best. Although I always go everywhere. But I think I have a Wi-Fi here, so let's try this. As you are enjoying somewhat a sunset in this beautiful country, I have had the beautiful experience of really looking at perception, and I promise you it will come back to health. Somewhere in there, in a few minutes, I'll come back to health. But what I have experienced here is my own perception of how I see myself here versus in the United States, as well as I had a beautiful visit with one of my classmates yesterday. Loud and clear. Thank you so much. And he has a brother who is in the United States, in Florida. And it was so interesting because my friend who lives here at this most peaceful, serene place, like right underneath these beautiful mountains with horses and, oh my goodness, he has horses, sheep, dogs, like you name it, beautiful relationship. Part of him is wanting to be able to come to America, live in America, and enjoy the freedom there, right? Only to find out that his brother, who lives in Florida and has lived there for so long, actually think that his little brother, who lives here in this beautiful serene place, has it so much better than he does in the United States. And the reason for that is that if his little brother goes and travels to Italy, to Switzerland, to Greece, to anywhere, that in 2-3 hours he can be in a different country, enjoying a different country, versus when he is in Florida and he travels from one place to another, he's always in the United States. And I thought, oh my goodness, what a perception is that? Like, it didn't even occur to me, because when I travel in the United States, I love the nature, and I thought, oh, that is really interesting. And then my friend also told me, who has lived here, he's the same age as me, he shared with me that a lot of people in Czech Republic are unhappy with their lifestyle, even though, in his opinion, the lifestyle is above average for Europe, for in general. And somehow, most of the population, from his point of view, is unable to feel that, own that, feel happy. And I was wondering, I thought maybe it's coming from the, years of suppression of communism, things not going well, people literally asked to give up their freedom. And the thinking that I had listening to him when I was really looking at, it's true, like it really is true what he's sharing with me, because my aunt is doing that, my cousins are doing that, both of my cousin from my other cousin is doing that, and I thought, it may actually be true. And it had me realize, and I don't know if you experienced, and I promise I'll come to health with this, I don't know if you experienced one day you had the most profound day and everything was just flowing and you were just in this expansion and things were lining up. You had no idea, right, that they could even line up. It happened to me the other day. And then the next day was such a contrast out of nowhere. I didn't do anything different. I didn't go anywhere different. I was in the same place the whole day. I visited the same places. And the contrast of how my being was perceiving my freedom and my expansion was so different. And I thought, oh my goodness, I have read about freedom and these amazing human beings being able to be free in concentration camps and in prisons and literally bringing their freedom from the inside out. And it's just this deep awe and honor. It's like, how did they do it? How does one find the freedom from within no matter where we are? And the more I'm experiencing, especially this experience, has really had me ponder. If we take inner freedom and translate it into health, I had patients that from my standpoint, from the blood work standpoint, from everything lining up on the paper, very healthy patients. And somehow me telling them, somehow presenting it to them, it wasn't okay. Like they weren't happy with their health. There was one or two things going on that in their perception were really making their life miserable and making them unhealthy and unable to enjoy life. And then on the other hand, I had patients like this young lady from very young age in the hospital always with ulcerative colitis. They wanted to take her intestine over and over, and she always somehow managed to walk out of the hospital against the wishes of all the doctors there. And it's like, I'm going to enjoy my life. Like, I got to do whatever I got to do. I'm going to eat well. I always am just in awe of her, literally like showing up every time out of this hospital. And in her mind, she is healthier than this other person that I just shared with you. And I thought, like, yes, it has to do with our physical structure. Yes, it has to do with, certain things going well and flowing in our organism or not. Yes, there's the blood work that's showing high this and high that and high blood pressure and high that. So there are some physical aspects that do show up being on versus off in our organism. And then I'm looking at this, vast really difference between one person to the next. And even experiencing this huge perception over here. And it really has me wonder. I didn't meet him in person, but I watched on YouTube. I don't know if you've met him. There's this gentleman, he has no legs and no arms. And he is creating his life. And just looking at him and seeing his smiling face, it's like he is one of the freest beings I have experienced. And so the reason that I'm sharing this is I don't really have an answer. I don't really know how to fully own my inner freedom and be in a place of no matter where I'm at and no matter what physical state my mind believes I'm in, to own my freedom. However, and I'm sorry it's going to be a little loud, this beautiful young group of people is enjoying this view here. And I don't want to move because we don't have Wi-Fi over there, so I'm just grateful I can talk to you today. I'll cover my microphone. But the question I have for all of us, and I would love to hear from you, like, do you have a day that you feel freer and it's really out of nowhere and the same things are happening physically in our body, the same things are happening health-wise in our body as another day that maybe there is so much, one could call it like constriction in our organism and not feeling flowing. And then the next question would be, into a deeper level, if we were to honor both of these states as them being okay, if we were to honor this profound expansion of everything is going great and I'm feeling so good and so healthy today and I'm going to fall off this railing, like, check this out, like, oh, you can't see it, it's really deep. But all of that over there, and I'm going to digress here a little bit, that is one of the mountain ranges in North Czech Republic, one of the biggest ones, and it's really beautiful because you can't really see, but there's one hill after another over there. And we would have had the sunset somewhere over there. So let's imagine that. And thank you all of you, by the way, who sent me sunset pictures and videos. I really appreciated that. It did bring 2 days of sun here, which I'm so grateful for. But yeah, I'll leave us with the question is, if we did not judge as one being good and one being bad, if we were able to meet both of these states with the same respect and welcome them equally, I'm wondering I'm wondering what would that do to our organism, to our nervous system, to our body, who, if we really believe, and I do, that our body, just like the earth, just like the sun, just like the moon, has a consciousness of its own. And then literally our mind is plugging into that consciousness while it's translating the consciousness from our higher self at the same time. If we were to honor the fact that the body has consciousness and come from a standpoint that we respect, and even can be grateful for whatever is happening within that consciousness, I wonder if we would be very pleasantly surprised at the end of the day, at the end of every day. So how about that? I'll leave us with that. I'm so grateful that we're able to enjoy this. I'm not gonna fall, it's okay. that we got the chance to enjoy this. This was really me being here required a lot of expansion into freedom. So I'm so grateful that happened, and I'm so grateful that you were able to enjoy it with me. All right, everybody, I'll see you Friday. Take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.